And welcome back to News 8 Studios in New Haven for the next episode of our Made Conversations. I'm Mike Cerulli.
Yeah, and I'm Melissa Shakatoff, host of Melissa in the Morning on WICC.
And interestingly, you probably recognize this guy next to us more than you recognize the two of us. He's
Very
more
true.
famous than the other two of us. It's Jimmy. Jimmy, how's it going?
Nice to meet you, man. I'm good. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
I
So
love that.
I drove in here to the News 8 parking lot this morning. It's full. It's like, Tuesdays is the day everyone
Right.
decides not to work from home and they come in and I see this really cool motorcycle in a parking lot, in a parking spot. I'm assuming, is that you? That your
that's
ride?
me, bro. Yeah. for
Yeah.
sure.
So for those who don't know, Jimmy, tell us a little bit about yourself. You are this word we hear all the time.
Yeah.
You're an influencer.
Yeah. So I'm a content creator / influencer from Hartford, Connecticut, and I rep Connecticut. That's like my main goal is to put CT on the map and to give us a name.
I love that. No, so you're from Connecticut originally?
Yeah, from Hartford.
I mean, why be an influencer for Connecticut, though?
I got tired of seeing Connecticut being slept on. New Yorkers. Then when I seen the Massachusetts people start getting on us, I was like, nah, I gotta make a name for us. They call
love
us
that.
the drive-through state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Like,
doing that.
Nah, we're not doing that. at all.
Anthony is clapping.
That is
He's like-
Anthony, the state's chief marketing officer. He's
Yeah.
clapping along with this. So you mentioned the term drive-through state. And I think that dovetails well into, we were talking about your ride.
Yeah.
Have you always loved riding? Bikes, motorcycles, all of it?
Yeah, I loved it. All my life growing up, I just loved bikes. I've always been fascinated by it.
And was it a natural idea to say everything you love about the freedom of, well, tell me what you love about it, first of all, and then tell me, when did the idea come to marry that love of riding to your desire to make content?
So growing up, seeing bikes is like a different experience. It's like more of like out of reality in a way. It's like you feel like free, like nature, earth, living. Like you feel like you're really living.
Yeah.
So to relate that to the content creating, it's like I'm able to like do what I want. It puts you in a different space. It keeps you happy. It motivates you to do better in life. And you could do so many things with it. Like for bikes, for example, you create content with it. You can design it your type of way. With the videos, I can design my own videos, my own ideas, my own style.
I mean, did you always know you would want to be an influencer, Jimmy, or was that sort of something organically that kind of happened?
Yeah, when I realized everybody wanted to go to the NBA when they were young, but only 1% go. But my dream was to be an actor. That's my dream goal.
Oh,
So
love that.
I figured social media could help me one day. People blow up off social media, then they become actors and they get looked at by producers or people that create movies and shows. So that's my thing. And I get to be myself. I get to show off my personality and not care and build my confidence up.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I mean, just when we came in here, people were from News 8 coming in and they're like, I know you. I know you. I mean, so it's in a very quick amount of time, you've really become quite a, dare I say, sort of local celebrity. I think you're influenced. I know, right? It's not a fun term to say, but I mean, you are recognized through your influencing online.
Yeah.
I wonder, is there something, we talk about the love of Connecticut and of showing Connecticut in a light that people find new and maybe find a little bit different from some of the stereotypes that are out there. Is there something different about seeing Connecticut on two wheels versus driving around versus walking around? What do you think that your perspective, physical perspective, unlocks about the world around you and unlocks about showcasing Connecticut?
So when you're on a motorcycle, it's like you can't get tired of driving. In a car sometimes you're like, I don't feel like driving. You just sit in the seat all day and just. On a motorcycle, it's like the air is coming through you. You're feeling different atmospheres, different towns, different places, trees, cities, lights, no gas stations. It's a different feeling. So it's it really opens it up. Wow, you end up somewhere. Sometimes I get on a highway and I just go, and I end up in a town I've never been, and I'm like, oh, wow, Connecticut's actually it's small, but it's big inside.
And there's so many different areas that you sort of stumble upon in Connecticut and you're like, wait, I'm still in the same state.
Still in the same state,
Yeah.
Well, we want to hear some of your favorite finds, some of your favorite discoveries. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Made Conversations.
Gotcha.
And welcome back to Made Conversations, Melissa, Mike, and Jimmy. We're talking about being an influencer here in Connecticut. And I know my mom watches these. And I know she's going to say to me, I can hear her voice in my head. She's going to go, do people really make a living doing that? And this is your livelihood and it is a business for you. Is that right?
I say it's more like a livelihood. More, I like the word hobby, like lifestyle. I like to use that word better, for sure. you give more than you get. So it's like, you know, it's like you're really giving more than you get. And like that's what I like about it, because like I can go home and say, hey, I helped the business out. You didn't get nothing from it, but I helped the business out, and that makes me happy.
You know, Jimmy, it's interesting because I think that certainly like the younger generation, because you guys grew up, you know, in tech essentially, that influencing really became a thing, I would say, for Gen Z. Do we feel like fair in saying that? I think that's where it really became a career option for people. And I think where there's a disconnect a lot of the time is, I don't know if people realize how much work goes into it. So yes, it's very fun to shoot the content. Yes, it's very fun to be able to highlight things. But I mean, talk about what goes into influencing. You don't have to share obviously your secrets per se, because I don't want, you know, I don't know if there's competition. But
maybe he does a get ready with me video one.
I mean, maybe we want to be influencers, but I really think that people don't realize, just as broadcasters, you know, we have to have like an online presence to match our public appearances. But as an influencer, I mean, I already struggle with just trying to squeeze out one reel a week. So I don't even know how you guys do what you do, and I think people should hear that it's not just as simple as I pressed record and you're done.
Yes. So a lot of people see the rewards, and they see like the rewards and the good stuff about it, but they don't see like the videos that you recorded, you went home, you don't have audio, or they don't see the videos that didn't save and stuff like that, and the hard work and stuff that goes behind it, and the traveling, driving gas, all that type of stuff. So a lot of people,
the captions.
Yeah, the captions.
Oh my
you know,
Lord.
The algorithm. You have to know the algorithm. So for me, I've been doing social media for like a long time now. So I kind of figure like consistency is key. So like, everybody always hears consistency, and they be like, oh, I always hear that, but it's like so serious. Like, you have to treat it like something like you love. You have to actually like it, because if you're just chasing it for rewards, then it's not gonna be fun to you. You're not gonna want to edit. You're not gonna want to, you know, say your video flops or you don't get the most views. I always tell people, like, if you got 100 people watching you, like, I always show people a picture, like 100 people in the room. Like, that's really a lot of people. It might not seem like it, but you just gotta be there for who's there for you.
I want to remember the next time I post a TikTok. 100 people, 100 whole people.
Yeah. Even like 50, 100, that's a lot of people.
No, it's serious. It is a serious point. You mentioned the feeling of being able to help business out. Getting into kind of the world of influencing, right? You partner with a lot of businesses and a lot of businesses here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
How do they find you? How do you choose who to work with?
Okay.
Is it come as you are? Are there businesses you really want to work with?
Yeah. So a lot of businesses is the ones like I feel like I can help. That fits like my support base. So like, especially I love working with mom and pops. Like, I don't do a lot of chains. Maybe if I like the chain, I'll go, but I try not to do chains. I try to keep the mom and pops around, because if we don't have mom and pops, we're stuck eating chains. So I like to help those out. And for people, like, there's one time I never put like the business name, but there's one business that was going out of business. I think he had like a week left. And he said he's been reaching out to me for like years, but like I didn't see it. But I finally ended up catching one of the emails, and I went in and I did a video and it went viral. It had like 1 million views.
Wow.
And he hasn't closed down since. I think he actually opened up another business now.
Wow.
It's been like over 2 years now. So yeah, he's on his second business.
I mean, that I think even speaks to something that is a misconception for a lot of people, which is the impact of social media and just influencing and making sure that you hone in on it. I mean, in your professional opinion, how important is it that people think about that avenue, whether it's partnering with somebody like yourself or even building up their own social media presence?
So I feel like influencing or social media, like, generally is becoming like a huge thing. A lot of people don't like it, but like, it's like reality is we live in a different world now. Like you said, Gen Z it's a different world. It's not old school no more. So social media is huge. A lot of people don't, get out as much or want to travel to these other towns, especially in Connecticut. So when I post videos in these like other towns with like different restaurants and things to do, people be surprised. And without social media, people say that they wouldn't have known about that. So it helps the business out. Maybe it's somebody that's opened up a business, like, say, like, for example, in Litchfield County, and you have people in New Haven who've never been to that side of Connecticut. It opens up eyes.
Let me ask you this. I mean, you talk about old school, right? I think most people are familiar. You watch a football game or a basketball game or something, you see a commercial for, like, Chili's or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, come in this weekend and get, like, 3 appetizers for $10 and... those must be effective in some way, otherwise they wouldn't pay for them, right? But what you do is different, and I think one of the things that makes it different, having watched and been a fan of your content for a while, is there's the level of authenticity to it, where it's not just a voiceover of someone being like, do you want jalapeno poppers for $8 this weekend?
Right.
Talk about the approach to actually authentically showing your experience of let's stick with the restaurant example.
Okay.
Your experience going to a restaurant, do you feel like that reaches the audience better when it's you versus some kind of disembodied commercial?
Yeah, so like I always say, like you have the influencers with the music and lights.
Yeah.
So you don't know if it's good or not. It's just music.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like the authentic people. Like I consider myself very authentic. Like I always say, my goal is never to go in and bash a restaurant. I'll never go in and bash it. If I don't like it, I'll definitely 100% say like I don't like something or how they can be better at it. But I feel like seeing my face, and like me talking for myself about how it tastes, it gives people like more confidence, and it builds my credibility and keep it going, because like I won't ever lie about food because people will follow my word. So once you start lying and stuff like that, then you lose credibility.
Right.
So I have to keep that going.
Well, and I think perspective, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think that you're giving something that to your, the example you gave, Mike, there's this credibility of, okay, here's a local guy who I know drove there, who I know shot this with his phone, and I know ate that food. I watched him do it, right? And I think we're living in a time where even when people want to donate, for example, to a nonprofit, they want to know where those dollars are going. They want to know if they're going to spend the money to go to a restaurant, or they're going to travel, like you said, New Haven County to Litchfield. That is not a hop, skip, and a jump away. If I'm going to do it, I want to be pre-prepared for, is this the experience that's great for me, for a date night, for my kids, what have you. And I think that's where a platform like yours is giving that better than really any other way of
Appreciate it.
marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us, I want to know. Last month or so, you've been out riding around. Give me. I mean, I won't make you do
He
it
already
'cause
knew.
it's
He didn't even ask
it's
me.
so cliche to say what's your favorite, but like give me a few.
okay.
Give me a few spots. Like maybe an interesting find. You were surprised. You were in a certain town and you said, I never heard of this town before, and there's this great little spot
Or
there.
like a don't pass go, collect $200, go right to, you have to go
So,
here.
growing up, you're like you're a kid, so you're restricted, So like when you get older, you have like you can go places.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
the
So
best.
like I went to the Annabelle house like a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For the
Energy
movie,
feel
yeah.
crazy. There's a abandoned town, not abandoned. People say it's abandoned. I didn't see a soul
Yeah.
there, but Johnsonsville,
Yes.
Connecticut.
I've actually seen another Connecticut TikTok creator make a
Yeah,
video about
it's like
that.
a town with like
Yeah.
it was a family that lived there, a settlement, and they all left.
Wow,
And when I went there, it was like not a soul there. Like I didn't see a person there at
that's
all.
wild.
Yeah, I want to go to Deli Town, but it's really restricted now. So
Yeah, that's the one that's completely.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think somebody owns it, like the association, the
Yeah.
Forest Association.
Yeah, and they always say it's pretty blocked off.
It's pretty
like,
blocked off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Don't they know you?
come on, man.
I'm
Just
not
tell me,
sure.
tell me,
Come
Jimmy
on, be
Official,
like,
dude. Come on.
excuse me, did you hear me on my podcast? Come on now.
I think it's like the Dark Forest Association that owns it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming up to October, so.
Yeah.
So I love all the haunted spots.
Yeah.
you know,
Same.
the-
Yeah,
the
fingers crossed that you get in there. That'd be cool.
back roads
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
That's another thing I explain to people, like I'm not just a foodie. Like I
Right.
do like everything.
Experiences.
Yeah, experience. Like that's why I call it lifestyles, like experiences, like haunted places, things to do, stuff for people to do. Like I do everything. So
We're going to take another quick break and come back and talk more about what's next for Jimmy
okay.
and maybe some more restaurants and haunted locations. We'll be right back on Made Conversations. And welcome back to Made Conversations. We're continuing our conversation with Jimmy Official. You were talking about something interesting
Well,
during our break.
I know, right? And then I forgot we weren't
It is a
rolling.
real commercial break.
I know
Yeah.
it really is, and we should. But I definitely forgot we weren't rolling. I something you had said earlier, Jimmy, that I loved was you were saying you love working with mom and pop,
Yeah.
whether that's restaurants, shops, what have you. And I was thinking about that a lot of times when you have business owners. It's not always, but a lot of times you have maybe generations that are millennial and older,
Okay.
and we are not as maybe tech savvy. Or we don't really understand.
Give yourself some
how
credit, Melissa.
well, I'm doing the best I can. But I think, if you don't understand the gravity or the weight of what social media can do for you, what would be, in your professional opinion, obviously you could certainly work with an influencer like yourself, and I would encourage people to do that.
Appreciate it.
But also, what would you say to encourage people to even just start exploring, whether that's taking a class or even just trying a platform and engaging with people? I mean, in your professional opinion, how do you begin to do that and why?
Yeah. So like for example, there's a business that I popped up to, and I did a video, and I knew it was gonna go viral. Like off when I was filming, I was like, the food's good. It's like, yeah, this is gonna blow up. Then I went to talk to the owner, which was older person, and I was like, hey, when I post this tomorrow, just be ready. I'm gonna add you guys as a collaborator. and they didn't have a social media. So I was like, wow. So I posted the video. It went viral. Then they made a social media like a month later. So it was like,
wow.
I feel like it was like I threw them like an alley.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't catch it. But I would say like to definitely like I never seen like a class for influencer. I think a lot of classes are like online now.
Yeah, even like a seminar or
Yeah.
I don't know, a webinar.
A webinar,
I guess, something
yeah.
like that, or even just to do even like an internet search.
An internet
and how do I
search,
use
yeah.
it? I don't know.
So I'd probably say I assume YouTube has everything. So I
Okay.
feel like YouTube
Yeah.
can break down like influencers, what they do, the outcome, the goals, and I feel like a business should be able to like talk to like an influencer, their goals, what they're trying to accomplish, and you know make sure that they're getting everything that they want out of whatever they're offering to the influencer, and you know making sure it's authentic because you don't want people just coming to your restaurant off somebody's word, and you know
Right.
somebody can say they don't like your food and people go off of that. And somebody can say that they like your food and
Yeah.
it can help you out. So I just feel like reach out to somebody that's very authentic. You know, look at their page, see what their history looking like, see what they have to offer you, and just go off of that. And treat them like you treat every other customer. I always tell businesses like this, please, like the food was good. Like I just hope you guys like keep the same consistency for the next person.
How often, Jimmy, are you riding around and you get off your bike, maybe you just go get gas or something,
Yeah.
and a kid comes up to you and says, Jimmy, I want to do what you do.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
It happens every day.
Yeah.
Really?
What do you tell them?
So yesterday, for example, at the Big E, it happened.
Oh, you were
And,
there?
Yeah,
Nice,
it was
nice,
actually an older guy too. So he came up to me asking for advice. He wants to start doing what I'm doing, and you know, I don't. Everybody can eat, like you know. I want to see Connecticut win.
Hey, everyone
you know?
can eat.
So I basically was telling him like three things, like consistency. Be serious though. Like don't take it as like a joke, cause like a lot of us take this like this is like.
This is your business. your
Yeah, it's like
passion.
pride. It's a passion. So and to have your own style, like you want to stand out. If two people are doing the same thing, you want to separate yourself from them and have your own style. So like having your own style is like, don't try to copy nobody. Like having your own style separates you, and people can look at you and be like, oh, that's his video, or that's his type of video, or I know what they expect from him.
You said something before, Jimmy. You said, I went to this restaurant and I knew they'd go viral. How'd you know that? Like, how do you know how to make viral videos?
So like, I can tell off foods that's not very common here.
Okay.
When restaurants try to take one food and another, combine it, and it becomes something like, whoa, I haven't seen this before. I know like people like that type of stuff. We all want to try different food nowadays.
Look, if somebody wants to partner with you. We're
Yeah.
not done with the podcast yet.
Somebody
You have to wait
wants-
till we're done, and then he'll partner with you.
News
I
alert.
tell you.
Yeah, news alert. Better be News 8 you've got on there. If I see that channel 3,
News 8,
I'm going
yeah.
to be very upset.
Facts.
Tell me, so you mentioned at the top a little bit about your aspirations, maybe doing some acting. What do you think comes next for you?
So my goal right now is I want to travel the world and do what I'm doing. So like, my roots are in Connecticut. I want to be able to be like in Egypt or in Tokyo or in China, somewhere just doing what I'm doing, just exploring the world.
You ever see that Ewan McGregor,
Of course.
Obi-Wan Kenobi? He
Yes.
does the bike around the world.
Yep.
That's something
pretty
like
dope.
that where you're kind of just
Probably not on a bike though.
not on a
Probably, like, airplane. Yeah.
Okay. Those are faster.
My question is, are you going to plan to put like one of those little attachment car seat things to your bike?
No,
so Mike
no,
and I
no.
can go with. Oh,
Right
okay.
here.
Oh, I wasn't thinking
I
about.
would, yeah,
She's gonna get
right.
sidecar.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to go. Egypt, but you're going to.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Egypt.
I've never been to Egypt.
Yeah, me
Neither.
neither. See, that's why I asked for the little attachment to
Yeah.
his bike so we can go. I mean, you heard
Sidecar.
sort of an indirect invite to do that.
Yeah. So you think broadening the sort of geography of where you're at
Yes.
is sort of what comes next for you?
Yeah, so it's like I'm able to be myself still, create my content, and explore the world at the same time, and still doing what I'm able to do and share content with my supporters and just grow.
It's a win all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think influencing has helped change the false narrative of Connecticut? You said we were a pass-through state, which I agree with. We were always seen that way. I also am a Connecticut native, and I think that was one of the hardest things coming back here was the amount of people who really don't realize what a treasure this state is,
Yeah.
and that it's not just this place smack between Boston and New York.
Yeah.
Do you feel like influencing is really helping states like Connecticut to be more on the map and treasured?
Yeah, 100%. I have people that's not from here that say, "Yo, I gotta go to CT," or I have people that moved from here, like to Florida. I had a few Florida supporters say, "Hey, bro, like I moved back to Connecticut, and I'm just happy to be back, bro. Like your page is really like open it up." So like,
that's awesome.
yeah, Connecticut has a voice now, and like you said, like we just set a record for the pizza, the largest pizza party, you know, and people are already trying to take us out. Like,
Yeah.
So like
We're just jealous.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely like people are definitely intimidated by Connecticut, and we're like the smallest state. So
Yeah, we're small but mighty.
yeah.
What's one place in Connecticut you'd like to visit but haven't yet? If there is one.
Ooh. Where haven't you been?
I gotta go to Deli Town, man. I just have to see like the hype, and
We're gonna
I believe
make
in
some
stuff like
calls.
that.
We know some people. We're gonna get some.
Yeah. You know, I'm-
That'd be
Whoever
neat.
owns that, we gotta get the state to let
Yeah.
you in there.
and I'm having like, so next year is like my first big food festival. I'm having my first time.
Oh, really?
Me and my boy Dame Drops, we're doing the Fan Foodie Festival downtown
Oh,
Hartford.
cool.
So
Nice.
we're trying to bring Connecticut together and make some change here. And so
Nice. Where can obviously we usually end these things and we say, hey, how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Everyone knows where to get in touch with you, but if they want to reach out to you for the food festival, for something, other future collaborations, how do they reach you?
I'm on all platforms at JimyOfficial. I try to keep
Nice.
it so simple with one M, so Jimy Official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or you just type in Jimmy Connecticut and it just
Jimmy
pop
Connecticut.
up.
Maybe that's the rebrand.
Yeah.
Jimmy Connecticut, and
Right?
Jimmy World. When you're
Jimmy
when you're
World. Jimmy
overseas,
World,
when
yeah.
you're
I
over
love
in
it.
Egypt.
Yeah.
From
like it.
CT to global.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want to ask. So we're Anthony, who's standing in the corner of the room here. Our viewers can't see him, but he's back there. They know who he is. The man behind the logos
curtain,
and the pizza
yeah.
sign and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding an event. The state's holding this event. Reputation Made, talking a lot about how to build brand, how to maintain brand.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of big employers there. Would love to see. Are you? You know, if your schedule will be there.
Me and Anthony definitely.
You're going to be
get
the
that work
Jimmy's
in.
like, have you met me? Have you not?
Jimmy
been to
should be the
this
Nah.
Jimmy should be the
conversation?"
keynote. He should be the keynote speaker there because because you've got the biggest audience, I think, of anybody. I wonder. There's gonna be a lot of big companies there, a lot of big employers. You've seen, I'm sure, corporate social media content. You know,
Yeah.
it varies in in authenticity. I think. What conversations are you looking forward to having at that Made event down at UConn Stanford?
So I'm looking like to have conversations, you know, just to get influencers and those type of like business owners like on the same page and like help them understand what social media does and brings to them, because I feel like a lot of them still don't really get the point of social media. They just look at it as people, like you said, that just press a button, record.
Right.
And I feel like it's like way more than that. Like we put in like a lot of like work behind the scenes, and we just hope everybody can appreciate us.
Yeah.
So-
I think it's a cool opportunity
Yeah.
for people to connect with people like you.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be happening at UConn Stanford.
Yep.
It's coming up. And if you guys want more information, obviously, you should definitely check out the website. I know I should have it by now,
Come on,
Connecticut-Made.
Connecticut-Made.com.
Okay, well,
We
for
got
the record,
it.
I've gotten it for the
We
last,
got it.
I think, 4 podcasts.
We got
so
it.
it's about time that you land the plane.
Connecticut-Made.com. It's gonna be great.
It is going to be great.
There's gonna be
I'm
a lot
excited.
of everything if you've been to the Made events and you've seen the collaboration, the conversations that can take place there. This one's gonna be really special because Jimmy's gonna be there. And you can pick his brain, and you can hire him to do content.
It's true, though. I do think it's a really neat opportunity because, I mean, how many times does your inbox end up being full on Instagram and you're like, guys, this is not the way to
Yeah.
reach me always. So now you won't miss any emails or inboxes. You could just talk to you
Talk to him.
in
Jimmy
person.
IRL at UConn Stanford coming up. Connecticut-Made.com. Jimmy, man, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you so much,
Thank you.
Jimmy.
And we'll
Appreciate
see all you guys next time on Made Conversations.
Got you.